If you're over 60 and worried about what happens if you can't live alone anymore, listen closely, because you may have more control, dignity, and choice than you've been led to believe. For many older adults, the fear isn't aging itself. It's losing independence. It's being told, suddenly or quietly, you can't manage on your own anymore. And then hearing the word that makes the heart sink. Nursing home. You may have seen one, or visited a friend in one. Long hallways, fixed schedules, limited privacy. A feeling that life has been put on pause. Now, to be clear, nursing homes help many people. They exist for a reason. And for some situations, they are necessary. But here's what most seniors are never told. A large number of older adults move into nursing homes earlier than they actually need to. Not because their bodies completely failed them, but because they lacked the right kind of support at the right time. This creates a painful belief. If I can't live alone, I have no choice. That belief is wrong. Aging does not mean giving up your identity. It does not mean surrendering your routines, your preferences, or your voice. And it does not automatically mean institutional living. What most families don't realize, until it's too late, is that there are middle options, realistic options, human options, options that protect safety and dignity. The problem is awareness. Doctors are busy. Families are overwhelmed. Decisions are made quickly, often after a fall, an illness, or a scare. And in moments of fear, the simplest answer feels like the only answer. But simple doesn't always mean best. Many seniors say the same thing after moving into a nursing home. I wish I had known there was another way. Another common mistake is waiting too long to plan. People avoid the conversation because it feels uncomfortable, because it feels like admitting weakness. So, they delay, until a crisis forces a rushed decision. Here's the truth, spoken gently. Needing help does not mean you've failed. It means your needs have changed. And changing needs require smarter support, not surrender. There are ways to live safely with assistance while still choosing when you wake up, what you eat, who comes into your space, and how your days feel. There are living arrangements that reduce loneliness instead of increasing it. Support systems that help you stay mentally sharp, emotionally connected, and physically stable, without stripping away control. But almost no one explains these options clearly. No one sits seniors down and says, here's how to avoid losing your independence while still staying safe. Until now, because in the next part, I'm going to break down, slowly and simply, the most common aging mistakes that push people into nursing homes unnecessarily, and the practical, senior-friendly alternatives that many families discover too late. This is where real choice begins. Let's slow this down and talk plainly. Most people don't end up in nursing homes because they suddenly become helpless. They get there through a series of small, common mistakes, often made with good intentions. The first mistake is believing that independence means doing everything alone. That belief quietly hurts many seniors. Asking for help is not the opposite of independence. Refusing all help is. When small supports are ignored, like help with meals, transportation, or light housekeeping, daily life becomes harder. Fatigue builds. Falls happen. Confidence drops. Eventually, one incident triggers a major decision. The second mistake is waiting for a crisis before planning. A fall, a hospitalization, a sudden illness. Families panic. Doctors focus on safety. Time feels short. In those moments, nursing homes seem like the fastest solution. But rushed decisions often remove choices that could have been preserved with earlier planning. The third mistake is assuming only two options exist: living completely alone or living in a facility. That's simply not true. There is a wide middle ground that many seniors never hear about. Let's talk about that middle ground in simple terms. One option is aging in place with support. This means staying in your own home, or a familiar one, while bringing help to you. Help might include a part-time caregiver, someone who assists with bathing, dressing, meals, or medication reminders. Not all day, not forever, just enough. This kind of support reduces risk without removing control. Another option is shared senior living. This is not a nursing home. It's often a regular house where 2 or 3 older adults live together. Each person has private space, but costs and assistance are shared. There is companionship. Someone notices if you don't come to breakfast. Loneliness drops. Safety improves. Then there's assisted living, which many people misunderstand. Assisted living is not the same as a nursing home. Residents typically have their own apartments. They choose their schedules. They come and go. Help is available, but not forced. For many seniors, assisted living becomes a bridge, not an end. The mistake happens when people skip these steps entirely. Another common error is ignoring mental and emotional health. Loneliness is powerful. It weakens the body quietly. When seniors stop socializing, motivation drops, movement decreases, memory suffers. Families often see this as decline, but much of it is disconnection. Nursing homes can sometimes increase this feeling, especially if someone moves before they're emotionally ready. The final mistake is underestimating how adaptable the human body still is after 60. Many seniors are more capable than they think. But confidence erodes when decisions are made for them instead of with them. Here's the key idea. The goal is not to avoid help. The goal is to choose the right help at the right time. Support should feel like a safety rail, not a cage. When help is introduced early and gently, it preserves independence longer. When it's delayed and sudden, it often removes it. And here's something very important. Most doctors are trained to treat illness, not design daily living plans. They focus on medical safety, not quality of life. That's why families must understand these options themselves. Because once someone enters a nursing home, leaving becomes harder, even if health improves. So the real question becomes, how do you build daily habits and small systems that keep you safer, stronger, and more capable, so these decisions stay yours? That's exactly what we're going to cover next. In the next part, I'll share simple, medically safe daily habits, step by step, that help many seniors stay functional, confident, and supported without losing control of their lives. Now, let's get practical. What I'm about to share are not medical treatments. They are daily habits, simple, realistic, and safe, that help many seniors stay capable, confident, and in control of their living situation longer. These habits don't require perfection. They require consistency. And when done together, they quietly reduce the chances of being forced into decisions you didn't choose. Habit 1. Build assisted independence. Into every day, this habit changes everything. Assisted independence means planning small help before big help is needed. Step 1 is identifying your energy limits, not your failures. Notice when tasks feel hardest. Is it mornings, bathing, cooking dinner, driving? Next, choose one task to receive help with. Just one. This might be grocery delivery once a week, a helper who comes twice a week for light cleaning, or a caregiver who assists with bathing safely. The key is this: you remain in charge. You decide the schedule. You decide the help level. You decide who enters your space. This habit prevents exhaustion. It reduces fall risk, and it keeps confidence intact. Seniors who accept light help early often stay at home years longer than those who wait. Not because they're weaker, because they're smarter with energy. Habit 2. Design your home for aging, not for emergencies. Most homes are designed for younger bodies. That creates risk. This habit is about small adjustments that make daily life easier and safer. Start with walking paths. Remove loose rugs, clear cords. Create wide, uncluttered spaces. Next, focus on the bathroom. Add grab bars near the toilet and shower. Use a non-slip mat. Install a shower chair if standing feels tiring. Then, look at lighting. Poor lighting causes more accidents than weakness does. Add night lights in hallways and bathrooms. Use brighter bulbs where you read or cook. Finally, place frequently used items at waist level. No bending. No climbing. This habit is powerful because it removes danger quietly. No one feels less capable. Life simply becomes easier. And easier living preserves independence. Habit 3. Create a daily movement anchor. This is not exercise in the traditional sense. It's movement with purpose. Choose a daily anchor activity that gently moves your body at the same time every day. It could be a 10-minute walk after breakfast, gentle stretching while watching the news, standing up and sitting down slowly from a chair 5 times. The goal is not intensity. It's reliability. Movement keeps joints flexible. It supports balance. It maintains confidence. When seniors stop moving, fear increases. When fear increases, dependence follows. But when movement is part of routine, something expected, the body stays cooperative. Important rule: stop before fatigue. Always finish feeling capable, not exhausted. Consistency beats effort. Habit 4. Build a daily human check-in system. This habit protects both safety and emotional health. No one should go days without being noticed. Choose at least one daily human connection. This can be simple. A phone call with a friend. A neighbor who checks in each morning. A text message sent at the same time every day. A meal shared with someone, even once a week. If something disrupts the routine, someone notices. This is not about surveillance. It's about connection. Loneliness weakens decision-making. Connection strengthens it. Seniors with regular social contact are less likely to be rushed into institutional care, not because they're healthier, but because problems are spotted early. Small issues get addressed before they become crises. Habit 5. Write your support preferences. Before you need them, this habit protects your voice. Sit down when you're calm. Not during illness, not during stress. Write out what kind of help you are comfortable with, what you want to avoid, where you prefer to live if things change, who you trust to help make decisions. This doesn't need to be legal paperwork. It's guidance. Share it with family or someone you trust. When preferences are clear, panic-driven decisions decrease. This habit keeps choices aligned with you, even during difficult moments. Now here's what matters most. None of these habits remove independence. They protect it. They create flexibility. They buy time. They reduce fear. And they shift the conversation from, "What do we do with you?" to, "How do we support you?" In the final part, I'm going to speak directly to the emotional side of this. The fear, the guilt, the belief that it's too late. Because it isn't. And you deserve to hear that clearly. If you've been listening and thinking, "I wish I had known this earlier," please hear this next part carefully. It is not too late. Aging does not suddenly erase your ability to adapt. It simply asks for a different strategy. Many seniors believe that once help is needed, the story is already written, that choices are gone, that the next step is automatic. That belief causes more suffering than aging itself. Needing support is not a personal failure. It is a normal human phase, one that every long life eventually reaches. What matters is how support enters your life. When support is chosen instead of imposed, dignity remains intact. When planning happens calmly instead of during crisis, fear loses its grip. Even small changes made today can shift the entire path forward. Accepting light help now can prevent heavy help later. Staying socially connected can slow emotional decline. Gentle movement can preserve confidence far longer than expected. You are not behind, you are simply at a decision point. And decision points are powerful. Many seniors who avoid nursing homes aren't stronger or luckier. They are informed. They plan early. They adjust gradually. They allow help without surrendering control. If you're already receiving assistance, that's okay. You can still shape how that help looks. You can still protect your routines, your preferences, and your voice. If family members are involved, invite them into a calmer conversation. Share what matters to you, not in fear, but in clarity. Say things like, "I want to stay safe, and I want to stay involved in my decisions." Those two goals can coexist. And if you're caring for someone you love, remember this. Support should feel like reinforcement, not replacement. The strongest aging plans are flexible. They evolve. They respect both safety and identity. You don't need to do everything today. You don't need to solve the future all at once. Start with one habit, one adjustment, one conversation. Momentum builds quietly, and with it, confidence returns. Aging does not mean disappearing from your own life. It means learning how to live differently, wisely, intentionally, and with support that honors who you are. If this message helped you see new possibilities, hold on to that feeling. Hope is not denial. Hope is information applied calmly. You still have choices. You still have time. And you still deserve a life that feels like your own. Thank you for spending these moments here. Take a breath and move forward, one supportive step at a time.